Welcome back, everybody. This is the Golden Era Bookworm, and today I'm going to review Loaded Guns by Larry Scott. Now, this book, I don't think many people have really gone into it, but I can tell you that after reading this book, it's become one of my favorite books. And the reason is that Larry, who was a student of Vince Gironda, actually goes through what I believe are some of bodybuilding's true secrets. We're talking information from the pre-steroid era. As many of you may know, Vince Gironda was an advocate of steroid-free natural bodybuilding. He was into shaping and bringing out muscles without the use of anabolic steroids. And he himself was a natural bodybuilder, as in Vince Gironda. And anyway, back then, at best, it was at its experimentation level, the use of steroids. And so these methods really have been lost. And this book really goes through them because, Larry was his student. He learned a lot from Vince and from other golden era bodybuilders and then brought these techniques. He actually then taught others, including Lou Ferrigno and some of the bodybuilders from the 70s and 80s. And I guess that information has been more or less lost because these techniques will not be used by athletes that are relying heavily on steroids. It's unbelievable the amount of knowledge that this book contains. It's not a very big book. It's about 200 pages long, but I have to agree with Schwarzenegger's review here. Larry, you amaze me how you can continue to come up with better ideas about training. This book is a treasure chest of bodybuilding pearls. Another great one is written here by Bill Pearl. Larry Scott provided me, the first 50 pages are more than worth the price of the book. The next 150 pages are priceless. They contain some secrets responsible for one of the greatest physiques the world has ever known. And that's what this book is all about, as Arnold says. A treasure chest of pearls, as Bill Pearl says, secrets responsible for one of the greatest physiques the world has ever seen. And I agree, this book is full of these bodybuilding secrets. The first 50 pages, as Bill Pearl says, are gold. Yes, they're interesting. It goes through Larry Scott's autobiography. He was an All-American boy with an All-American upbringing, and he was very skinny. After discovering some waiter magazines in the trash, he started only training his triceps. And a few months later, he actually shows you a photo in here of his training after a few months of only doing triceps, and that's him. You can already see he had some kind of genetic potential. He's got some nice separation there. And well, anyway, he then starts training his biceps. And soon after graduating from high school, he went to California and trained with Lou Denny, who was a 50s golden era bodybuilder, and he actually shared some secrets which he actually goes through in this book. But then has to go to Idaho because he runs out of money. And on his 20th year, he won Mr. Idaho. Soon after, he leaves Idaho again and returns to California and wanders into Vince's gym. And the rest is history. He goes on to start winning many competitions, and these included Mr. Los Angeles, Mr. California. Well, actually, he placed third in Mr. Los Angeles and then won Mr. California. He then approached Bob Hoffman about entering the AAU Mr. America, which was his dream to win, but Joe Wader actually advises him against it. And after expressing his interest to Bob Hoffman actually basically just turned a cold shoulder to him, and Larry realized what Joe Wader had told him, and so he joined the IFBB, and of course he competed for several years, winning many titles, including 2 Olympias. He was the first Olympia and he won the first two Mr. Olympias and then retires. And he then goes on about how he enjoys giving back to the community and teaching seminars, and yeah, so, but I mean, besides the autobiography, which is about 50 pages long, as Bill Pearl says, the rest is just awesome. He goes through all these variations of how to bring out your body. And that's what this book is really concentrating on. He doesn't tell you to do new exercises. He just tells you to do them differently and in a way that will bring out the muscle in ways that it has not been stimulated before. And he really does share what I consider to be some really amazing secrets. I highly recommend this book. I give it a double thumbs up in respect that you learn, I guess, different ways of doing things, and in this way you can call these variations bodybuilding secrets. I've never come across a book that I could truly say an athlete tells you his secrets. This book really does convey that message. Larry tells his secrets, and not only that, the book also tells you why. And this is one of the things I really like about this book. There are many books out there that tell you 100 or 1,000 different types of exercises. There are many books that will go through an autobiography, or they just go through several programs or whatever. Other books may even recommend certain exercises for certain body parts, but they never tell you why. And this book not only gives you advice, but it tells you why it works. And that's what I love about it, because then you can use the reasoning behind using certain exercises, and then it makes you think of similar variations or how to apply the knowledge you've learned here to also bring out your muscle in different forms by using other variations. It actually really teaches you, and that's what I like about this book. In that respect, I was just thinking, this is wow. All of this stuff is just, there's one word, wow. It's like wow, like all these ideas I've never come across. It's so radical, and I can't say that it's not what I expect. I do expect that from this book, because Larry was a student of Vince Gironda, and no wonder his ideas are so radical. These are fantastic. It's a great book. That's my review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll be doing more reviews on more books and soon return to reviewing magazines as well. Yeah, this is the Golden Era Bookworm. Hope you've enjoyed. Please keep watching my many other videos, and I'll come up with some more soon. Bye for now. See ya.